If I knew 20 years ago what I know now, I'd be filthy rich. We just didn't have that information back then.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's happening? What's good with your hood family? It's your boy Riz, and you are now tuned into Hood Gems, where we dropping on you. What are we dropping? Valuable information and resources that can help get you to the next level and become the best person you can be. I'm Riz, this being A, and we dropping in 3, 2, 1.
Hood Gems, Hood Gems, Hood Gems.
Hood family.
Hey.
Yo.
All my bougie cousins and ratchet in-laws.
Yes.
I said that backwards. It's ratchet cousins and bougie in-laws. Hey, man, this finna be a lit episode because, boy, we got Demar. He is a healer. I was trying to find a title for him, but he just said, just call me the healer.
Hey.
This man got so much energy, boy. Woo! We can cut these lights off and still be shining, boy. I'm telling
Yes.
you. Hey, man, Hood family. Y'all give it up for Demar, man, the healer.
Yes,
Bro.
sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, listen, man. How old are you?
33.
33.
That's good.
But
number.
I gotta.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Is your parents still living?
Yes, both of them.
Well, I gotta ask your mama. Did you have this much energy when you was a baby, when you first came out? Cause this boy, and this is wife right here, Brooke. Oh my God, this man. You got to be happy.
Joy
You
all
got
the
to
time,
be happy
bro.
all the time. I mean, it's a never a dull moment with this dude. I known him 5 minutes, and it's like, hey,
Yes.
what's up, man?
Man, what's good though, bro? I
How you
appreciate
doing?
you, bro. I
Man.
feel good, man.
Yeah.
I gotta do it proper.
Yes.
I gotta do it
Thank
proper.
You, thank you.
I feel amazing, man. I feel I feel life.
Yes.
Bro, you look amazing.
Yes.
I appreciate it,
definitely.
man.
Like the Black Credible Hulk.
Oh,
Hey, I got it.
man, shoot you. I appreciate it, man.
Man, so you call yourself the healer, and we're gonna get into why.
Right.
But looking at you, you'll just be like, you just like a fitness freak, like you just work out 24/7. You just drink protein. juices.
Eat chicken. Like, I was
What is it, bro?
when I got into this, I was born in it, no joke. Like, I was born in my pops. He tells this version of the story. I have my fullest awareness of how I was entered into the fitness world. But dude, I was in the daycares right when I was born. My dad was working out. He was the first the first big dude that I ever known. I didn't have it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger for me. He was the only. He was like, I'm gonna get bigger than you. Like that was my thing, and so I was born in it. But I've been in the full awareness of working out, getting an education on how to build, how to eat proper. Since I was 12, I started helping people at 17, and I got into bodybuilding around that time as well. So in the beginning, yes, you will see it. You'll see me. That's oh man, you bodybuilder or you play football. Excuse me. I play football, and I had that look. But then in that time, bro, you go through, with myself, I have many experiences, and I started looking at how we train and what we're doing a little bit different through my I guess letting go of all that I knew. I was going through some personal things in my life, and I only had one place to go. And I was like, you know what, Bumpy God, just let y'all, you can take it. And then that opened up more knowledge. And I look at people today, and I look at their bodies, I look at their minds, and the body can tell me everything what you're going through in your life and everything. So with my clients, I started noticing that all my clients, I'm getting like real people. Now I'm not saying that every other trainer is. They're not getting, the people that need our help. What I started noticing is that the people that I were, that was coming my way, that was signing up with me, I said, man, I'm working more than just your body.
Yeah.
And the results wasn't coming from the body, it was coming from their mind. And then over time, I'm discovering more of how I'm actually healing these people, and
Right.
and through experiences, and depending on how deep y'all want to go, I noticed, I realized what we are, what everything y'all see, y'all can do. That's what I'm like. So if you're training with me, I'm literally just enlightening what's in you. So I started thinking, I was like, man, I'm not no trainer, bro. Like, trainers are not trainers. When you got the body right, that means your mind is on point.
Yes.
That means, so we're tapping into the mind first before the body. It ain't about the body is literally like having $1 million. It's like finally getting rich. It's like finally like, oh, I got the bag. Like that's the result of the work.
It's the icing on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I find over the years, I'm like, man, I'm having to dig through layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of people. And even to the point where I'm like, I'm seeing their auras and I'm seeing their energies. And I'm like, dude, we're doing more. We're doing more than just
teaching you to squat, teaching you to bench press, like literally.
Yes.
So you saying every now and then you get a person and you be like, this dude jacked up, like. He got something going on.
No, that's not what he said.
Yes, that is.
That is not what he said. No, sir. No, that is not. No.
Hey, ain't that's what you said?
You get some at a very small percentage, very, very, very small percentage, very small.
When you run through so many different people, you running through so many different personalities.
Yes.
So many different characters.
Spirits.
So many different attitudes.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Some people high energy like you. Some people real lazy. Need to be motivated. Some people don't need to be motivated. You tell them to show up at 7 a.m. They at 6:45.
Yep.
I told you 9:15. You was at 8:45. You know what I'm saying? Some people you tell them 9:15. They don't show up at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? So you seeing so many different type of people. I know some of them people be jacked up.
But that ain't what he said.
He the healer.
He just say healer. That's not what that man said though. Like, and I'm just gonna like maybe paraphrase it. So Tony Jones, shout out to Tony Jones. Like, that's my chick. But I got introduced to her. But she has music, affirmation music, and so one of the things she says is that working out isn't for that working out is for spiritual activation, and you snatch your waist low key. Cause like it's so much about the inward you than it really is the outside you, and the outside you really is the icing on the cake of who you are. The outside of you is just
the inside of you.
Inside. No, but it has nothing to do with them.
Screwed up inside.
That doesn't make them. I don't think it's screwed up. I just think they need help assisting with what's going on, and working out can be a way to do that, and then make them look good as they feel.
It's like this because he said once you get the body right, then you know you got the mind right.
No, that's not what he said.
At the same time,
he said the mind first. The mind first.
Either way, once you get the mind right, then you know you got the body right. But how many big jacked up dudes you know that's straight dumbasses?
I agree.
Assholes. Know what I'm saying?
The industry.
That don't mean just because you got your body right.
But that's
smart.
what he meant about some of the other trainers. Like, y'all are only training the body, when really our mind is our strongest muscle. So if we really flex our mind, every other muscle flexes. I'm just saying.
Continue.
No, so like, but both are on point. Because I've been around so many different types of people,
right?
And just the general consistency that I've gathered through the amount of bodies and minds and spirits that I've been around is people, they don't believe that it could be them. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing it, you're doing it. Whatever, like we were talking about earlier, the reflection of what we want our life to be. I'm in front of you, you in front of me. There is something in our lives, in your lives, that's reflecting back to you, back to me, to you, to you, to me. So it's like, well, if you're around me, then that means it's part of me that's in you that needs to be unlocked. And like one of my clients, she texts me, and I don't try to. It just kind of happens. You know, she says, "You sound like my spirit guides, always leaving me with nice phrases. No, leaving me confused in nice phrases. But it's like I can only see and tell you what you need to do. I'm just a guide. I'm just a guide to help you figure out and know how you can take care of yourself.
Right.
Like you said, we're giving hood gems. We're giving gems, right? You're not like if I just keep giving them to you, right? Like I could like that won't do you nothing.
No, it's not gonna help me.
No. I'm literally teaching the codes to the body. You ever heard of biohacking? I just heard of this term, and I came up with it through my experiences, through continuing training myself, meditation. I was like, wait a minute. We can actually heal ourselves.
Hi, Jack. I feel you. Like I just got it. So hi, Jack.
Bro. Jack, I'm telling you.
I love it.
Hey, I'm lost. All right.
No, so
I got it.
so basically, man, like all of us, bro, all of us. We can heal ourselves.
Yes.
Heal ourselves.
Yes.
So it's I'm gonna take let me take it I'm gonna take it to meditation. I'm gonna take it there to make more sense. When we're having different illnesses, if we're trying to overcome something, we were just talking about affirmations, meditation, and we're using this form. It's in any form. When we're in the car, when we vibing, like, and you notice how your best thoughts, or the feeling and the frequency is like it's there. That's a form of meditation, right? Any stillness, emotion is however we do that meditation. It's energy work. So everything that's about us and who we are and what this earth is made of and how we can live with so little. We don't need a lot. This body.
We are self-sustaining beings.
Yes. We're like, dude. We like, man. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, dude, bro, this dude's like, look at the athlete. Like that's just chilling. Like, think about that, right? Like, we can fix all of it. And what I teach people is to connect with themselves.
Yes.
That's usually the first thing. I have a client recently came to me, and I was like, man, she has a dark aura about her, and there's something there. I know something's off. Like, not when I say off, like she's going through some stuff, and
just a little off.
and I told we were talking about a lot about connection. So whenever I put her through a certain exercise, like this lady has never really had a trainer like me, healer like me. So she says to me, she's like, man, it's so funny that you're talking about connecting because I've disassociated myself with my body. Now she has few surgeries to make themselves feel good. Like now you talk about the mental. Now the mental, how I feel, I'm about to put this out here. So she says, man, I disassociated myself. I said, there it is. And I know why you disassociated yourself. Only time you disassociate yourself with your body is if your body was abused. Right, and I already knew, but now we're talking about connecting.
Yeah, right.
So we got to.
Yeah. Oh, I like you. Oh,
we got to go back in. You see, like now you see that right now. I'm talking about a client. We're talking about connection in this, not how to squat or whatever. I'm telling her to feel the motion.
Yeah.
The motion, because when we feel the movement, when you feel your biceps move, when you feel the squat and your glutes, when you're feeling every bit of the motion, you feel the motion. Motion creates motion and the emotion.
And
bro.
So how do you feel the motion
in your bicep?
So like you look like it's
I used to work out. I ain't worked out in so long, bro.
Man, look, you hold it together freaking well, bro. Like
my arm used to be twice this side.
Man, look, it's not even about like
how do you feel the most?
Yes, it's how you feel. So feeling anything, you when you're walking, you feel your legs get tight, you feel your calves. It's just connecting with that body part. It's like how we're connecting to the things that we want to do. when we're doing things like we feel good right now because right now we doing what our heart is calling, which is another part of us going within. We feel that it's no different. You feel it. You connect with it. To connect is to contract. To disconnect is to leave it be, leave it alone. So you're focusing in on yourself. Now, as simple as working out, right? Taking a dumbbell, doing a bicep curl, doing a squat. I have to do those movements correctly. I have to feel them. I have to feel where my body is doing. And what I am feeling in those moments is what I'm dealing with. Like every rep is what you deal with. How you deal with yourself is portrayed in the gym or outside or when you run. That's you. So when I'm working with somebody, I'm like, dude, but I'm really not like. I said, I know you want the abs and the ass and all that stuff, but we working some other issues out. Right. So now I'm taking the body. Like now the beauty about what I do is because now when you have therapists who only speak to the mind, which are trainers for the mind, and you take physical therapists, we're taking the body, then we're taking the mind, and we're connecting them. See, when you're just one part of it, this is why working out is important. You don't have to be in a gym. You can do whatever you want to do. It's whatever how the body moves. The blood has to circulate. The blood, we're sitting here right now, energy flows. We're feeling the energy flow. Our blood circulating, energy flow, our heart beating while we're not thinking about it, energy flow. So if we're not moving, our bodies are getting. I kind of just threw off for a second, but our bodies are getting, they're getting stale, and our minds are getting weaker, and we're getting more into a darker, deeper space. We have to work it all. It's either the spirit and the body has to be together, or the mind and the body, something has to connect, so the third can connect. And where I found is connecting the mind, and that's where it starts. It don't start nowhere else. I can put you through a workout. Me and you, we can go to the gym right now. I can't
work out with you.
No,
I can't work out.
You can't work out with him.
I was just because what I'm saying, bro, look like he go hard. So what's your when you're not working with somebody, when you working out for yourself, alone by yourself, right. Solo, what's your workout routine?
So I do a split. Now, when I'm in the gym, I do a split like chest, back, legs. Okay, this is what I'm gonna focus on. It helps to have like a focus when you're in the gym, so you can be in and out. You don't have to be in the gym so long.
Right.
So
you mean have a list of what you're gonna do? Like,
yep,
I'm gonna work out chest, and I'm gonna only do 50.
Yep.
Once I'm done with that 50, I'm going to this.
Yep.
Instead of, because sometimes I go in the gym and I just be walking around, sitting on different machines. I might do that. I get what you're saying. You got to be focused. You got to know what you're going in to do.
Yep.
Like when you're going shopping at Winn-Dixie, you got to have your list. You know what you're going to get.
Yep.
And women are notorious for going to stores and not getting what you came to get.
He pushing it tonight, y'all.
General.
He pushing it
tonight. He giving me this energy.
Okay.
But so you work out when you solo. Go back to what you do when you solo.
So how my routine is, especially my daily routine, not when I'm in competition, because I also compete as well, do bodybuilding competitions. But outside of bodybuilding competitions, I usually do like 4 meals a day. Like I'll get up, do a little bit of cardio, do some meditation, and then I'll eat. And usually a meal for me is like some eggs with some toast. Like I eat a normal breakfast, like
boiled eggs or scrambled eggs.
I like scrambled or omelet. Like I cook. Sometimes I may do pancakes depending on like where I am with my timing and physique. But it's all my morning, it's all calculated in the sense of like, what am I getting too much of? Like when I'm doing, if I don't have any like sugar, because I'll put sugar in my diet, for the sake of the language, in my diet when I'm like trying to put on mass, because it just adds a little bit extra calories. But on a daily tip right now, just eggs and toast would be something that I do, or eggs and oats with some fruit. And then I'll do, my favorite meal is like chicken and rice. Like I'll just eat chicken and rice all day because I don't want to really think about what I have to eat. And I think that's where I've been there. We all been there where what are we going to eat? That literally takes some time away. So I like to stick with what I could eat all day, every day, and it actually saves on the budget. Like I
was just gonna ask you, 4 meals a day, y'all got food stamps?
Bro, I need to apply, bro. I'm like, look,
that can get costly. A lot of people have this thing in their mind, and it's mostly women, because dudes they don't be with that. But like when women want to lose weight, right?
Please explain. Tell us.
They say you gotta eat healthy. You gotta eat salads. Can't eat bread. Can't drink sodas. Can't do this. Can't do that. So they want to get on a healthy diet, and they quit after so many weeks because it costs too much.
Well, I can tell you why, bro.
And it's also, we have sometimes unrealistic expectations, and then I'm only gonna eat salads, and then like you have to set yourself up to succeed, to say but that's why you set yourself up to succeed, not set yourself up to fail. When you know probably 10 times out of 10 you're not only gonna eat salad, so don't just do that to yourself. When you eat something else, then you tend to beat yourself up and be like, oh dang, why I did that. So set realistic goals for yourself. Say something that's gonna stretch you, but something that you know when you make it, you already know in your mind doing it. I know darn well, you know what I'm saying. So don't do that to yourself. And then you also got to learn you, because for me, I thought not eating, don't eat rice, not bread, but you got to learn your body type. Like I learned, if I eliminate meat, I don't even have to think about a gym, think about a squat. The weight comes off like this, and I can eat all the rice and all the bread I want. Eliminate meat, everything comes off, and I don't have to go to the gym.
That's with everybody, ain't?
When
if you start eating meat, you're gonna.
I don't know, but it just had other benefits. It changed how my monthly came on each month. My cramps, it had a lot of benefits. And then I ate more bread and more rice, and the things that they said we shouldn't. But when I was going to the gym every day, eating chicken salads and including that, I still wasn't dropping the weight like I was when I just eliminated some of the meats.
Because you know what you did? You figured out your way.
Yes.
That's what I teach people. I teach them their way. Dude,
yes.
I have people ask me, because like you said, we got the vision. Like, we got the vision of what we want to look like, and we want to be there. All right, we all want our whole lives to be on point, just snap of a finger, but there's steps. I teach people, say, look, this is your way. Like you said, I know for a fact, if I give you this plan, you're not going to follow it. And let's just be real.
Right.
Like, I'm cool with that.
Right.
So let's figure out a way to help you win and put you in the best successful situation.
Yes.
I have a guy, he was 365 pounds. Julio, putting you on blast. I love you.
Shout out Julio.
Yes, Julio Jimenez. Bruh, Julio Jimenez. He's a photographer. Like, and I'll link y'all up, bro. He was a Fashion Week, man. Just talk about making dreams come true. Just boy, look. But he was 365 pounds, man, and like he's 6'4", 365. He's 249 pounds. I've been with this man through his whole journey, and still with him on his journey. And he is literally, when you're talking back to me, how your plan is, what you figured out about yourself, like you literally know when to have a cheat. Like he knows, he's talking to me like I'm talking to him in the beginning. Then we succeeded,
and that's the beauty. That's the hijack.
Yes.
Say it again.
The biohack. Biohack.
That's the biohack.
You find your way. That's why you think when you said them salads, right? And them salads didn't work for you,
right?
Right? And these diets. Oh man, well there's a small percentage of people who certain diets work for. I found my body. I can do keto. I can do carb. I can do a whole bunch of stuff. I got because of how I move. My wife, she can't do keto. She her body don't respond to it. Right. Everybody, like, and this is why, like, the fitness, this is my quarrel with the fitness industry right now. You see Instagram, you see all this stuff, you see the ads and how it's
paid for,
bro, right, dude, dude, like, and it's only given such a cookie cutter,
come on, surface level,
yes,
come on,
just like simple, like people are confused, and it's like, no, man, there is a general way to like get people, like we're talking about it right now, man. We're talking about it now, and it's you find what your way. We know when something don't sit right with our stomach. We know we know what foods we're not supposed to mess with, and usually it's the ones that we like. Like, I like cereal. I ain't gonna even stunt. I was like, man, if they didn't have almond milk, or you couldn't make almond milk, I would probably still be eating cereal and be dealing with the lactose. Like, I love it, but we will still eat the things that we love to do. If you real about yourself,
yes, come on,
then you will just make the changes and be aware and put yourself in. You will look yourself in the mirror and be like, that's some BS. Yeah. I don't need that no more. I don't need that no more. And you find your way, man. Look, body fat ain't nothing but stored energy, right? With that word has been used a lot.
Now, I believe that.
Stored energy.
You ain't doing nothing with it.
Come
so
on.
It piles up.
Come on.
Right.
Oh. It's stored energy, right? We in here right now. Energy's moving. We moving. The blood's moving, right? If we got stored energy, that's a lot of baggage. And usually people that's out of shape, in its totality, they usually got other issues going on in their personal life, right? You got to let that go. You got to get moving. Okay, if you got 365 pounds of stored energy, well, you don't need to be eating. Right. Your body got enough.
Right.
And you have to get to that point of, man, I am doing a percentage level of something detrimental opposed to this. You have to do the opposite. If you eating a whole bunch, like, then don't eat as much.
Right.
If you find that you don't need to eat as much or don't need to eat at all, then don't eat. There is no right or wrong way. I'm not going to tell you. You say you come up to me. You literally tell me that, man, hey, look, I dropped weight. Dropping meat, and I'm eating rice and potatoes and vegetables. I'm not going to change that. I'm like, okay, well, let's just build the body. You done got this far.
Right.
Let's do what we do. And if we need to add anything or need to add any certain supplementation to make sure that your protein is high, that you are building muscle, that you are getting nutrients that you're not getting, amino acids, then we'll do that. Other than that, like, I'm not going to impart on your way, because you are breaking generational curses. You are literally taking, when we're getting in shape, when we're getting in mental clarity, physical clarity, spiritual clarity, man, it's just making sure everything is in flow, everything's moving. The body is literally going to take form to what you feel, how you feel. Yes. You see it. You feel like crap. You look like you feel like you like crap.
Right.
You know? It's finding. That's what I teach. I teach you your way. All I'm doing is helping you like the torch and you know. I'm not going to, I don't give no plans the first week.
Right.
What? All right, shit, you might not go to plan for 3 months. If you dropping weight and we got you moving, we got you in the system, keep the flow.
Right. If it's not broken, then why are we trying to fix it? What, Turkey?
He said something about protein. What
why you said protein?
Protein.
Protein.
I mean, a lot of people know peanut nuts.
Right.
What are some other eggs? Like you said, eggs. What are some good protein diets or foods or whatever?
So, all right. There's a couple things. Now, if you're on just a balanced, like, eating plan where you're eating all foods like meats and vegetables, starches, your simple meats, chicken, steak, your meats, like good protein sources. But if you want to get away from as much meat and you want to supplement the protein, everything is percentage, right? You want to supplement the protein. Okay, I'm going to get 10 grams of protein from here. You could use beans and nuts. And like usually beans, like legumes, black beans, they are and garbanzo, super, super high in protein. So like you have a protein source there, and then you can also then flip it over to, you got your vegetables. Like, so it's like a mix. Okay, all foods are dense in nutrients. It's just this is a percentage level. Like your meats, your all your meats are going to be higher in protein, but they still have the vitamins because they were eating the grass and the the farmland. So where you are in the spectrum is will be the best options. Now, if you're like on the vegetarian side, vegan side, you're not really getting like animal protein, doing plant protein such as the beans, nuts, trying to get a slew of that and amino acids. Usually you can find those in supplement form, but that's why we're taking the protein for the aminos. Then adding on top of that to make the delivery better would be your micronutrients. That's why we eat vegetables. That's why people started talking about raw. That's why raw became such a high fat, because if you look, we out here all day, every day, and we see what we eat. We're getting too much food that's being cooked fast, and we're not getting nutrients. So that's why everybody feels sluggish. They're not feeling right. Now we're getting nutrients from the raw foods. So it's a percentage level. Beans and meats good with proteins, but mix all that up, because food works better in synergy. Whenever you hear about like Rastafarians or like tribesmen and they're making herbs, they're always like making medicinals. They make them in three or more, because food works better together. So one is not better than the other one. It's just a percentage level.
Right.
And to be quite honest, man, like we could use less meat and more dense of micronutrients, more
fruits and vegetables.
Yup, and we can use more of it. It's not that we don't get away from it, but we're around it a lot. Like we literally, bro, everything we have is high in fat and high in proteins. Doing nothing with that makes you fat. It makes you put on body fat. It's energy that's not being utilized.
Like you said.
Okay, so once you know what protein, what does protein do for the body?
So protein stays. So protein. That's why. So okay, when you have people get on a high protein diet, it's like, oh, I gain weight, and let's say they're not doing enough. I'm not going to say they're not doing anything, because you don't, that's a given. If they're not doing enough and they're still gaining weight, protein doesn't metabolize as fast as your carbohydrates, like your complex carbs, such as sweet potatoes, a lot of your roots, and then you got your fibrous carbs. So I got that flipped. Your complex carbs. I was right. Yeah, your starchy carbs, your white rice getting consumed a lot, your white potatoes. The protein, is there to feed the muscle. So it's like when we're eating it, it's like I'm connected to this. Our meat, our bodies are protein based. So that protein, each food recognizes what each substance is. Like if you eat kidneys, you do kidneys or liver, like they're just helping each body part. So protein helps the body grow. It helps you sustain muscularity. That's why when they tell older people, as they age and then get all weak and feeble, and increase their protein because their muscles are getting deteriorated. Protein helps us fight antibodies. Protein helps our body it keeps our immune system up. But we're getting too much of it. So having enough, bro, if you had one protein meal a day and just 8 rest, you good. And it's like, and that's for that. And what we're talking about right now is for just regular people, just people that's chilling, that's trying to get their just life in order. Now, when it comes to like a high class athlete or somebody who is in sports or just are very very active, then then that changes because it is all based off what you're doing. But just for the general consensus, you don't need much. You don't need much at all. But yeah. So that's what protein does.
I tried to stop eating meat. Because I watched this documentary on Netflix, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm talking about that thing had me stop. I'm talking about the next day. I was like, no, I ain't eating that. I ain't gonna have high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and all this and all that. Fast food, pizza, candy bars. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I went out and bought some fruit. I bought some salads. I bought some veggie patties, burgers. I did it for a whole week.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I felt good. Like, I can wake up in the morning, when my alarm clock hit ring, I jump up out the bed. I'm ready to go to work. I had energy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't tired, and I felt good. But, like you said, when you start eating meat, them pounds start dropping. I'm already skinny. You know what I'm saying? So I can't afford to not eat meat. You know
right?
So it's like I got to do something so I can gain weight. Everybody trying to lose weight, but it's a lot of people that's also trying to gain weight. I'm one of them. So I need the protein. What else besides protein helps a person gain weight?
So if you're trying to gain weight, the biggest thing is having a complete food, having complete meals, having your protein, carbs, and fats. You want all of those working together. You got this is how it worked. So let's say we'll keep it simple. Let's say you got chicken or steak. Let's say you got some steak. You got some white rice and you got some fresh kale, right? So this is how it would break down in the body. When you have the steak, it's slower digestive. So your body's gonna slow that down. It's gonna break it down to the amino acids. It's gonna sustain itself to your body. It's like, oh snap, there's muscle, here's the body. Now the carbs, and then you're getting the fats from that. So now your brain's getting fed, your liver's getting fed. Those nutrients are getting utilized. Like they're not getting utilized. They are. It's just that when we're not doing anything, they sit. It's energy not being used, like filling up your tank. Okay, that's enough. Why we got so much more? We're just gonna let it sit here. So then you have your carbohydrates, right, which would be your rice. That's fast. Your body break that down. It's an energy source. If it's not being used, if the energy is not being utilized from the digestive aspect of it, or you're going to do something afterwards, then it's just going to sit there. Carbohydrates. Remember this. I always tell people, remember this. Carbohydrates and fats are super fast energetic sources outside of like your vitamins, your micronutrients, right? So when you're having those carbohydrates and they're not going anywhere, they're just going to sit. So now you got the let's say the kale salad, right? Now this is where the synergy actually starts to happen. The micronutrients and the energy that it takes to break down that kale and the digestive properties that it has is going to help your body break down that protein better. So now you're breaking it down even to a smaller level so your body can utilize it. The key to putting on size or even dropping weight is proper nutrient delivery. So putting on size, you can make sure you have everything. Like when I have guys put on size, I'm like, look, okay, they're going to eat multiple times a day. Like to put on some really sort of size, or you're going to eat a certain amount. So if you're not used to eating, if you're not used to eating 6 times a day, all right, let's take that 6 times a day and do 3 times a day. If you don't do 3 times a day, then let's take 2 and then do a shake. Like we need food, we need nutrients, and it doesn't matter how much that you do, as long as your digestion is on point. You don't want to be over stuff and overfeeding your body things that it doesn't need, because you can get sick, and your body will slow down. So okay, when you're putting on size, eat, I'm full, boom, let it digest, let it move, then eat again. You're training your body to utilize that, and of course work out, because you want to utilize that energy. If we're not utilizing energy, we don't need to eat. That's literally how I feel. Like, we don't need to eat. It's energy. Like, we don't need to eat. So it's one or the other. So that's what I would suggest for anybody that's trying to put on size. I'm trying to put on size. Just eat. Don't junk load. Like, I'm gonna go eat Burger King and burgers and go. No, man, eat some quality foods, because it's the nutrients, it's the micronutrients that our bodies are craving. That's why, like, I can't stop eating, because you're not getting any nutrients. Because our bodies are feeding off those electrolytes, those minerals. That's why you feel good. That's why you felt good. You took all the meat away. It's like, I felt good and energized. Because now you have more electricity. The minerals, bro, they charge us up. It's like Dragon Ball Z in this thing, man, for real. I'm for real.
I thought about like Sonic Boom.
Bro, Sonic Boom, the same thing.
Yeah. So, I had it backwards, because I was thinking, because I watched the episode one time of My 600-Pound Life. Right? And these people sitting here, and these people are like big enough to take up me and her seat, right? And they just eating donuts and chicken and a whole pizza and spaghetti. So I'm like, if I just eat a whole bunch of Debbie, a little Debbie and Twinkies and stuff, like, they do it and they gain weight. So if I do it, I should be able to gain weight too. But it don't help.
No.
So look, check it right now. All right. All right, so with carbohydrates or any food gets broken down. If it's not being used, it gets broken down all the way to body fat, right? Sugar is usually sugar, body fat, and water, they love each other. So when you have a lot of sugar, you've already skipped the state of the carbohydrate being broke down. Carbohydrates are sugar. It's sugar. So when you're seeing all that, like, I don't get how you can get that size, because there got to be a point where the body just hurting. Like, you just, but when you're doing that, you're just getting sugar and sugar, and nobody's not moving. You're not moving. And it's just being built up. So, like, if somebody, and sometimes it's just genetics. And being in bodybuilding, being in bodybuilding, you get to see different cultures. You get to see different ethnicities train, and how they eat, and how they get to get to where they get to. And I'm telling you, from what I've seen, black and Hispanics can put on the side. We can get big super easy, or we can get we'll have a harder time putting on size, but we're muscular. They're muscular when they put on the size. They're just lean. So it's like a lot of times it can be. Lee. Yep.
Skin. He got a lot of muscles, but he's skinny.
Yep. It's genetic, and it comes down to the genetics at times. But everybody is capable of making huge transformations. That doesn't negate none of your system might be different from another system. Somebody else's system. It's your way.
Right, but as it should be, if we're self-sustaining beings, I mean, I'm a whole universe, I'm a whole planet on my own. So what goes over here might not work over there in your atmosphere.
Nope.
So how dare I? And that's why your journey, your workout experience has to be yours. It has to be your own.
Yes.
You can't see that worked out for that person and be like, it's gonna work out for me, because it might not.
I done seen people like, when my clients, they get frustrated from a workout, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go somewhere else. Because there's no point. I think we should have knowledge in all the things that we're able to have knowledge in, But you ain't no sense in doing something that you ain't having fun doing.
Right.
If you don't feel good about it, there's no reason to, because you won't succeed. Or you would, but it's gonna take you longer. And it's gonna be miserable. You know.
And where's the fun in that? Like,
No,
where's the, like,
no.
That's exactly why people go get surgeries. Because
some of the reasons I agree.
it's not in them. Like, they just.
Man, what's crazy too, bro, with them surgeries is
if you don't work out,
yeah,
you're gonna go back.
And you
to
still
how you were before you got the surgery.
Big time. Like you will, it'll come out worse.
Yeah.
Because you botched yourself up. So you have to work out. And then you still gotta fix the problems.
Which the ones that are on the inside that you haven't still dealt with. Yeah, you got the butt. Yeah, you got all the extra parts sold separately. But yet still you're missing those things that internally are really the root to the matter that needed to be evaluated and pulled up in the beginning. So you still really left with needing to do the work, still left feeling insecure, still left feeling not good enough, still left on this surface level of this feeling about who you are.
For real. You still had to do the work. So it's like, you still gotta do the work. Like you still gotta with yourself. That once people are afraid, like people are afraid about, food shortage or whatever. People are so afraid we give food so much power. We give food so much power. But once people take accountability and look themselves in the mirror and just loving yourself is owning up to your own BS and then doing something about it. Like it's okay. All right, bet if you.
Sorry.
You good.
But that needed something.
Bruh.
Is that not what it is? So it just don't happen.
No, man.
Oh man.
I remember in my journey, man, look, I tell people all the time, when you see me, man, you're really looking at a journey, because I've had to figure a lot of things out, even to have this conversation, to be at this point, to have a conversation with you guys to even relay this information. That took time. And like, bro, people, you think I would have it all the knowledge. No, man. Like I'm still learning, but where I am right now can literally help you and skip all the BS.
Yeah.
And it's easy. It's really easy. Yeah. It's, how we tell people or tell kids how we tell kids, you can do whatever you want to do. Believe in yourself, right? Yeah. Where do we lose it? Where did people lose it? It's the same with you, man. We believed in ourselves as kids more than we believe in ourselves now.
Yeah.
I use this analogy, like when we're playing. Whether we with little kids playing basketball, we're running, and you just got tired of getting your ass whooped, and you're like, bump them, man, I got you next time. Oh yeah, you got them next time. There's just something charged in you that was like, let's go. So it's the same thing with yourself. And what I've noticed with people, bro, like I use the body when we say that the body is the temple, like we're not really thinking about how that temple really is. Like, dude, you talk about some Indiana Jones.
Come, like,
yeah.
Hey,
really,
like he talking my language now, y'all, cause
bruh,
he talking my language now on some Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
I was just thinking about this today, or was it yesterday? When you say that the body is the temple, we ain't just talking about the food and we exercise. That goes into drugs and alcohol too.
All of that's
what I'm saying. That's a whole another episode,
bro.
Yeah, man. Like,
dude, I heard something. Oh no, you know what?
Music is everything that comes inside of this temple. This is the temple where your power lives, and all these things seeps on what you rub on our skin. Bruh. Goes on the inside. The music, like all of it, affects our temple.
We are walking, talking vibration.
That's it.
So when we have music that we love. that vibration matches my vibration. That's why I'm moving.
Yeah,
like that. When you get to a point of that, when you get to the point of yourself, you gotta go through that dungeon. When we speak those words, man, take care of the temple, take care of the body. That's like your room. People are literally bro, and I would imagine they're scared to go in that dungeon by themselves. All you got is your torch, and you only got the light that you with. You gotta go through that. You gotta go through that and like go deal with it. Go deal with them traps and booby traps that you done set up, right? And if you get hurt and pierced or whatever, that was your mess. But you're gonna come out of it.
Yeah.
If you brave enough, if you got, and it's you. You should be brave enough. Like, yes, you got things that needs to be worked on. That's why I do when we start working out. Why do you think people that work out, they're like, man, that's my happy place, man. I get a lot of things figured out there. It's like, yeah, because we're doing the one thing. We're doing the one thing that's keeping the energy flow, and that's movement.
Yeah,
it ain't just,
right.
The weights is the weights, but the movement, the exercise, like the movement, the flow, energy needs to move. Yeah. The disconnect is us being still. And when we're too still, energy cannot flow. It can't flow properly. It moves. Yeah. That's why we feel miserable when we just sitting at work, or we're in one space for a long period of time, because that energy needs to move. That's why people are look at energetic people. Look at y'all, man. Y'all look like y'all move, but you look at somebody, 600-pound life. They look like they're just sitting there, like they look like a ball of energy. They're a ball of energy.
I was remember when we was walking up, you was talking about my little solo thing that I do. Right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a little episode, a little skit on being bored. You know what I'm saying? Kids these days, they be like, I'm bored.
Adult, no.
I'm
Adults
bored.
say that.
I'm feeling.
Oh, okay.
And adults too be like, what? I'm just bored, and that's why when you sitting there doing nothing, you might roll up and smoke, or you might drink. It ain't that you bored. Is that, like you said, you're not moving. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there. That's your mind is making you think you bored.
Yep.
Telling yourself you're bored, but you're not really bored. You just not moving.
Nope.
If you get up and do something, you won't be bored.
Nope. Dude, we sitting here, bro, and I always think about this. Like if anybody had to question this, like think about us sitting down right now. Like if we sat still, we're sitting still, not seeing anything. Blood just circulating. Mm-hmm. Blood is constantly flowing. Mm-hmm. How are you supposed to sit still when you moving in the inside?
Constantly moving.
And they got, bro, like this is where for me last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when it made sense to me with everything that went on with the world. I was like, hold up, they got to still. If I'm still, I'm gonna go crazy. If I go crazy, I'm gonna have to fill that void. Mm-hmm. And the void is always movement, man. We gotta move. That's why we don't feel right if we're not doing the things that we want to do.
Yeah. When I was young, me and my best friend, rest in peace, Bush, that died, but we would go outside in the morning. We would eat cereal, and we couldn't wait to go outside. We had to get permission to go out. We had to be like, can we go outside? Boy, ain't nothing but 7 o'clock. We get outside and we be gone till it's dark. I'm talking about when we'll climb trees. We'll do backflips on mattresses. We'll be on top of somebody's roof. We'll be on a bicycle all the way across town. We didn't get bored because we stayed moving. Yes. These kids get bored because they doing this. Then when they can't do that, they doing this. They get bored because they ain't moving.
Big dog. Me and my pops have been talking about this a lot. And like, through this time right now, like that we're in, all of us, every last single one of us are going through some physical and spiritual changes. Then that's just real. Yeah. But I was talking to my pops. I said, man, y'all were more connected. And they said, even I'm thankful for the time that we grew up in, because we still got the experience going outside. Right. Got the experience, but you can still go outside. That's what we did. Yeah. I said, man, it makes sense. The earth, and the earth is, we know this is electromagnetic. Mm-hmm. We were outside. And as soon as you took your shoes off and you sat outside, or you was outside and you got that sun, you got them clouds, you got that dirt, you can't leave. Mm-hmm. Now you connected to real home. You connected to the source. That's why we wanted to stay outside. And then the energy kept building up. And that's like, man, how can before you know it, we out there. What you said 7? 8 o'clock in the morning. Now it's like the street lights or 9 o'clock. Oh, I gotta get home, man. Like, mama, can you come pick me up? We are outside. We're connected. Yeah. We had no reason why we feel like we had no words because we were breathing. We got our parents. Yes, our parents helped us to raise us, but we didn't have. All we worried about was being kids. Mm-hmm. We worried about, and we were moving. We were moving, and we were getting better, and we were excelling. Look at all these dope ass athletes. Hear their story. They were outside doing something, developing, evolving, bro. This
because life is constant. Like, we gotta constantly keep moving. Life doesn't stop going. It doesn't stop evolving. And when we slow ourselves down, then we not living.
No.
Yeah.
When you're moving, you also your brain is moving. You're also coming up with different ideas all the time.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? When you sitting still, you can't think about nothing. It's like your brain stopped working. Like,
yeah.
You probably got your best ideas, man. You probably be having, like, throughout your day. Even driving, bruh.
Yeah.
Even driving. Oh,
right,
man, look, shit, man, do I want to go to work? I want to sit on this idea right now. It's fire right now.
Right.
That's movement.
And straight like that. And straight like that. I need to work on this.
For real. Now. I be like,
yeah.
Shit, all right, bro. If I invest in this, if I do this right now, I know it's gonna bring me this. But that's that's how you know when you're vibing out like that, when your frequency's up like that, when you moving in the direction that you're supposed to go, that we in the right healthy place. That's health.
Yes.
That's health. Health is doing what you want to do, how you do it, loving yourself, making sure, bruh. I'm unapologetic. I told my wife, I said, you know what? From now on, I ain't being nice no more when it comes to people asking me about their bodies. No, take care of this thing because this thing is for real.
Right.
You look at, when we go to the pyramids, bro, you're looking at yourself. The body is a prism. It's a prism. Like, it's a pyramid itself. It's the temple. Go through it. Take care of it. Clean the thing out, man. Have that energy flow. If it says, man, with a clean, I mean, that cleanliness is next to godliness, right? But that comes from when you become connected, then God can take a seat at the temple, at the table, at you. That's you. That's clean this thing, man.
Yes.
Like, you don't, like, bro, all it does is take the decision. Like, to be quite honest, and this can disrupt the market. You know, who cares?
We here to drop that gem.
Bro, like, you don't need, like, people don't really need me. They don't need me. I'm here used as a vessel. All you gotta do is make a decision. I done seen it too many times. I'm like, you just need to make the decision, man. That's it. Like, just make it, and then you will be led. Like, there's a lot of things in my life, man. I'm like, well, I just made a decision and I'm just led there.
Because then you did start attracting that. Like, you see, if you never thought of this car, but the moment you buy this car, now you start seeing your car that you've never seen before now everywhere. When you buy those pair of shoes, now you see, because we make a decision and that's now what attracts to you.
Yep.
That's now what you now start seeing in your reality and in your world, things that are common with the thing that you made your mind up about.
Them synchronicities, man. You start to connect to who you are. That's when you know you're starting to connect with yourself. And that's what it's really, especially right now, guys. Like,
yes,
it's like
imperative.
Yes, please take care. Like, please take care of your bodies. Please take care, like, your heart, your liver, like, all that, man. When people talk about the chakras, they talking about your organs. Like, this stuff is just not mystical. It's like, it's real. And when things are blocked off, and when you are blocked off in your life, when you are blocked off in your body, things don't move. Like, we are energetic beings. Right, and when we can stop our own flow based off the disrespect that we give our bodies, and it's just everything in percentage levels. I ain't saying nothing is necessarily good, necessarily bad. I'm just saying do what you do, but have percentage levels in doing it and have balance. Maintain balance. You're not going to achieve balance. You're just going to maintain it. Everybody, I'm seeing that a lot right now. You know, it's like, I'm working on my balance. No, we're working on balance every day. Yeah. When we make a decision, shit, man, do I need to use my energy here? Do I need to use my energy there? You know, did I have too much of this? Do I have too much of that? Like, take care of yourself and maintain balance. We always there. It's easy.
Yeah.
And how did you get into that? Like, you spoke about your pops. Was he into just bodybuilding, or was he into the energy thing? Like,
Just no, bro. So I like my pops say. He says, well, he just took it up another level. My pops, he was just working out.
right.
Like, we just grew up in the gym. He was getting ready for a body. I didn't know what bodybuilding was until like late. I knew what it was, but I didn't know that's what it was. And my dad was getting ready for a bodybuilding show, and I'm hurting his knee. But we've always been into working out, like just been in the gym. What I'm talking about now, when it comes to that, because that's the genesis. Like, I just had got more realization of like, oh, excuse me, this is what we're doing. It was about 2015. Like I was telling you guys earlier, when I was like, man, I just had experience and I just didn't know what else to do. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I said, you know what? You take it. Take it, because I can't figure it out. I'm done trying to figure it out. I said, if I'm trying to figure it out, like, I don't want to figure it out. So I just let everything go. And I started, like, as y'all, I got a lot of energy, and I had to realize that for myself. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm a charge. Like, and even with living that every day, like, it was hard for me to have keep my focus on a lot of things. So I incorporated meditation to kind of help hone my energy and my focus. And then through meditation, I had a few experiences, and that opened my eyes to like the body.
Yeah.
The body, and like open my eyes to what it is that I was really doing. Like, every client I've ever had, when I tell you I've impacted their lives in ways that I didn't see, I was like, well, this is different. Like, I know it was different. So then, like, understanding life, because everybody that wants to work out is trying to get their life together. Whenever we're paying for a service that's trying to make us better, we are in a changing position. And I started noticing that, man, I'm like helping people get their lives together on so many ways. And then, like, what's crazy is I'm doing that, and talk about maintaining balance. Like, I'm still having to work on some things on myself, that I'm teaching them. So, like, for me, man, it really it came from meditation and being, that we were talking about being electromagnetic beings. Once I had an understanding of like what we are here, where we are, I was like, then I need to be more connected to where I am now, where we here, and everybody else has to be too, because we're being fed so much misinformation about us.
Come on.
About us.
Hey. Be not deceived.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, wait. Everything started like make sense with the human body, man. Like, your body, guys, like is the physical manifestation of what you are, where you going, what you want to be, how you want to live. Like, it's really that. Like, everything we do, we can literally see it. That's why working out is so satisfying, because in an instant you can see the change.
Right.
You're literally looking at a physical change. Like, you can. It's like the one time. It's like the one moment that time slows down. So that's why, now if we can take that connection and then apply it to everything else, then you will see, bro, people have more respect for themselves. You see, like, we go into working out, encouraging people to work out and take care of themselves. And you see how, like, doing that for yourself can lead to having more conversations, less violence, more love, like, and not even to be on some love stuff, but you think about if I'm feeling good and you feeling good, they feeling good, like, you take care of yourself, I'll take care of myself. Okay, yeah, we all having to take care of ourselves party. Like, it's gonna create a mass, like, just like exodus of this third dimension that we're in, this lower, this these lower desires, and they only come from desires because we're constantly being fed. We're constantly being fed like things that we think we want, and we're only like we're out of shape because of gluttonous things that we can actually go without
and don't really need, so you can really have this best life or this life that you say you want. Like I said, do we really need 1,200 different soaps in the store? 800 different toothpastes. Like, do we? So I just think there's this gluttony of just having things. Like, just give me that one thing that I really need for me.
Yep.
Then I don't really need. I'm not gonna want for nothing else. I'm not gonna make me think that I'm missing out on something else.
Yep.
And how is it like we can't even be grateful for these temples that we were given as gifts and see them as that and operate in that and love our space to where we feel like we're missing out on something because it don't look like that or it ain't shaped like that or however it is.
Bruh.
So yeah.
And I keep going back on the drugs and alcohol because when you harming yourself, why would you keep doing something like you saying? We getting fed all this stuff that we don't really need, and we believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
Think we need it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's why we keep drinking.
Yep.
That's why we keep smoking. But I stopped drinking. Saturday will be 2 years.
Oh.
Shut up.
Saturday will be 2 years. I stopped smoking in 2013, right? I'm not going back to drinking, but I did try to go back to smoking, and I hated the way I felt.
Really?
I swear to God,
Funny.
like
That's beautiful though.
Like, cause they got the CBD thing.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be like weed, but it's not weed.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be for your body or whatever, but it give you the same effects.
Yep.
It just ain't got a THC in it. I hit that thing like one time, and bro, I was like, oh. And I was like, I used to love this. Like, I ain't gonna say it. Well, I was addicted to it. I mean, if you doing something over and over all the time, and you every day, you gotta be addicted to it. But I used to love smoking. Mm-hmm. I used to love the feeling of getting high. And now I hate it so much I can't stand it. Like, just that I just hit it one time. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even. I used to smoke whole blunts. We used to stuff blunts. You know I hit one little hit, and I was like, I can't believe I ever used to do this.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Like the feeling it give you. So it's like for when people just gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying, and they just gotta realize that. Is another way. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
Once you find that better way, once you get that better, the taste of the grass is green on the other side, it's like it's gonna open up so much.
Dude, you're like it's like when you find your way, right? I think I would say that the Bible could be like the world's long, you know what I'm saying? Because each one of our stories can help somebody, right? So your way is a way. And it literally could be somebody else's way. Yes. Like, oh my God, like, that person sounds similar to me. You know, I'm like, this seems like I'm gonna follow that. And like, this is why it's important for us to like not only put our stories out there, it's also to share our experiences. Like, we're supposed to have conversation. Right. We're supposed to, be together and cultivate ideas because they help us evolve. You come with a certain amount of knowledge based off yours. All our experiences are encyclopedias of information that we had to find out and dig out. Like you see, like going back to that whole. Listen, I'm telling you, man, this whole temple is like everything is like the whole thing. You're digging. You're trying to find different artifacts of yourself, trying to find yourself.
That Indiana Jones.
Bruh.
It's funny. I say it in my first book, like literally going back into these places. Like I found treasures of Sierra that I didn't even know was there.
Bruh.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Bruh.
I'm telling you.
Bruh, you do.
Yes.
You do. When you brought back the kids, I was like, yeah, bruh. Like, yes. And every time we're going through I don't know, sick and tired moment, we always go back to the kid. When you're going through these awakening periods, when you're going through these evolutions, we go back to the kid.
Why do you? Because I got my reason of why I think, but why do you think it's that?
Man, we go back to the kid. That's where we were the most fearless. That's when we were the purest.
Yes.
That's what, bro. God.
And we were the most freest. We
Yes.
allowed our imagination to war. It's like that childlike faith. It didn't
Yes.
come without fear. Why kids beeline towards the pool? Because they don't see nothing but I'm finna swim in
Yes.
the water.
That's-
They don't see, they don't think
They don't
of
know
I
they
can
can
drown.
drown.
They don't know all of that. All they know is that it's all possible.
Yup.
I want this experience. Count me in. Boom. You know, they
Bruh,
get ready.
for real, like, and we do that. Like, we, it's crazy, right? Because you can literally pinpoint the moment or the time where a situation took that from you, and but I remember for me, I was like, what? I said, the person that I am, I allow something or a situation to take that away from me. No.
Yeah.
And you go back and like, because we ain't nothing but big ass kids. Like, kids that see us.
That's all, yeah.
I see y'all. Look. I'm looking at y'all. I'm like, yeah. I'm seeing y'all as kids. Like, no different as if we was sitting right now in front of the microphone as we're 12 years old or 10. I don't see people as adults. I'm like, because we're like, we don't figure it out. We're figuring
constantly
it out.
learning. You
Really?
never arrive. And if you feel like you arrived, then it's on to you. But I want to always be learning. I don't want to ever be ripe. Because once you're too ripe, you decay.
Yep, time to go.
And like you listen to say, we're just kids. You know what I'm saying? A kid, it's almost like saying a kid and adult is no different. It's just you just live longer. You know what I'm saying? And what it is, we was free when we was younger, and the moment it took that from you is when you learned that somebody taught you something that was wrong, something that was different. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we got older, we're not ready to go run and jump in the pool no more because life has taught us all these fears.
Bruh.
And all these, we got to pay bills. Remember
Yeah.
when your mama used to tell you better stay young as long as you can.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
real.
rush to be an adult, but you don't want to
Right.
be an
You
adult
don't
because
want it.
life has
Yes.
took everything from us.
Yup.
So I would think that a 65-year-old man would still want to go to the beach and still want to get out there and jump, but he can't because he got to pay bills. He got to do this. He got to do that. You know what I'm saying? That all the weight that the
Look
world
at,
done
yup.
put on. You know what I'm saying? I wish I ain't have to go to work so I can go on vacation.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? He's still a kid. You know what I'm saying? You never leave that.
No, you see, man. Look, I like something about me, man. I notice a lot of body language. Like, I mean, I just read energy, bro. And even how you was like, man, with all the weight on you, right? Like, seems like he can't do it. So then now you're thinking about the box that he was in, like the box that we get in, right? Like that we end up getting in. They're like, bro, that's no different than being in a dark space. Being in a dark space, turning into fungi and mold, and you're just decaying. You're like.
Come on,
Bro.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we can be here forever.
Bro, I know, man.
Cause I was just
Great.
thinking, like, when you said a box, I'm like these rich people. I was listening to something. I think it was YouTube and somebody was, I think it was Gunna. He came out with his own little cryptocurrency thing.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you's a stupid multi-millionaire and you trying to figure out ways to get more millions. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying, like, the lifestyle that you live, like, you got to have the most expensive car. You got to have 12 of them. Then you got to have the most expensive house. One in Detroit, one in California, one in New York, one in Florida. Like, you doing all this. I'm like, man, if I was a stupid millionaire, I wouldn't need a house with 13 bedrooms. I'm like, I can be secure with something small. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the more you have, the more problems. Like, more money, more problems.
That's real.
So you done went out and got all this stuff, but all this stuff that you done went and got done circle back around, and now you like this.
Now you bought.
Now you got to manage it.
Yeah. Now you got to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. You maybe you reminded me of a story. Like, I was around, man, I get to be around so many dope people. I mean, right now. And bro, I had an epiphany with a couple that I was, me and my wife, we were, affiliated with. They helped me out, bro. dude, like the guy's wife coached me and all that, right? And the whole time, man, this dude asked me a question, right? That blew my. I never asked that. He said, Jamal, do you want to be financially stable or have fuck you money? And I was like, I mean, everybody kind of says financially stable. Well, I got to see their lifestyle, right? He said, I have fuck you money. I was like, I guess that's what I want, right? I don't know. Shoot,
Right.
I mean, I'm cool with being financially stable, but you know, if that's what we trying to go,
have both?
right? Can we have both, right? For
Right.
real. But you know, a situation happened, and I remember looking at him. I'm like, man, you guys have everything in the world, and you are unhappy. They were unhappy with themselves. There was many times
they got too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember
That gluttony that we talked about, because we don't take all of that.
no, and they can come in different forms. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I'm richer than y'all. And I'm not saying like, dude, not even to make myself feel better, but I understood what richness was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understood true wealth.
Yeah.
If say you won the lottery, well, that's probably not a good example, because if you win the lottery and you buy a mansion, then you're gonna eventually lose the mansion because you ain't got enough money to maintain it.
You have
know
the
what I'm saying?
mindset.
But just like, I think that's why rich people go crazy, because like if you was an actor and you got all your fame because you did 10 movies, now you got to do 10 more to keep what the first 10 gave you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I always been like, man, I don't want to be stupid rich. I don't want to have Jay-Z money, because the minute that you can't maintain it, then that's when you're gonna go crazy trying to do everything you can do to try to maintain it.
You're talking about life. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm like that you're explaining. I was like, you're talking about like you're literally we chase that form, or we think that's what we want, right? And again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Hell, yes, that's why we're doing what we're doing, to be able to just do. We really just want to do what we want to do and get paid for it, right? And when we're looking at all of that, you're still in the box. Regardless, you can still be your own slave. However, how much money you have or you don't, you're literally looking at the life that they don't have. You're like, damn, I'm a little bit more freer than you.
Right.
Like you see that.
I'm like, man, I'm just as happy as Give me an example of a rich person.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
I'm just as happy as him.
Yo, bruh, for real. You see it. You look at you.
I'm content with where I'm at. Right?
Yes, you're like
I want more, but I ain't dying to get it.
No, bro, for real. Like, we having fun. Like, that's how you know it's the experience. Mm-hmm. It's all about the experience. We just want that. And of course, being that money is in society, we want to just do what we do. And we just admire people doing what they do and get paid for it. So like, oh, well, I'm doing what I'm doing.
I mean, if I'm going to do it, the cooler thing is to make that the thing that does bring me money, so I don't have to do what I don't like to do
right?
to have to bring me money.
Right?
So that's what I meant. Like, I really just want to do what makes me happy, because not only does it bring me money, which means it's elevating me, and then I can also empower someone else in my childlike faith, in my childlike space, just doing what really makes my heart smile, just doing what feels like I'm swinging on a swing.
And don't you feel like, bro, no joke, when you fully in your own, as you fully in your own, you feel like shit, man. Look,
you feel her picking the whole building right then, like literally, he just picked up the whole building. Like when you in your own, like his whole energy was like,
bro, you like, hey Nipsey, beers on me for everybody.
Facts.
You ain't got enough for everybody, but you be feeling like it though. Be like, but that feeling though, it doesn't matter if it's. We feel it or we can't feel it. It's there and now it's created. And if I can take that feeling of, oh my God, that felt so good, just doing that, helping people, talking, doing exactly what I said I want to do with my life. Now I got that frequency. Now I got that feeling. Now every time I want to make something happen, then I just call upon that feeling. You got your codes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey man, it was fun talking to you.
Yes.
Actually, we went overtime.
Oh no,
hey,
bro.
Man, we can talk forever on this subject, boy. I mean, and it ain't even no subject. It's just like
It's the energy.
Because he came right.
He set the stage when he walked in the room.
in, and I wanted to talk to him about health. We end up talking about life, you know what
Which
I'm
is
saying?
health.
Right.
Which is truly
But,
health.
like you said, just energy, man. Just like the healer, man. You, hey, man, y'all gotta give it up.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Health, man.
Hey,
I be trying to give me a platform, creating a platform where I can, speak my truth, man. And I felt the frequency when I came over
And
here.
continue to heal.
Yes, I
what's up,
am.
man. Energy, man. Y'all just gotta tap in, man, into your inner self, man, and find out what works best for you, man, and go chase that, man. It ain't no right or wrong way. It's your way.
Ooh.
That's what the healer said, man.
That's what the healer said.
Hey, beautiful being. Hey, give him some gems to go out with.
You have the power to heal yourself. Your mind is your strongest muscle, and you just waiting on you.
Oh,
Ma, the happy healer.
oh, the happy healer. Oh man, look, yes, I take it. Shoot, I'll give him a gem.
Yeah.
Live life to your fullest and ask for to bring your fullest potential. It's there. Just accept it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. It's your
have
boy
not 'cause
Riz,
you asked
and we
not.
dropping gems on the hood, y'all.
This is literally like I wake up to this dude. He be having me rolling, bro. Bro, when he did the Jesus, when I was like, bro, I cannot wait to get on this dude.
Hood Jim.